The following is a presentation of Manatee Schools Television in association with TV production teachers and students.
Number 18, Number 19, Manatee. Number 21, and number 23, Chase Monday. And now introducing the starting lineup for the Manatee Hurricanes as they take their spot at the Hurricanes line. Leading off and playing shortstop is number 12, Diego Garcia. And second and catching, number 5, Hayden Harlan. Batting third, playing second base, number 6, Ashton Howard.
Get your iPad. Macy, come get it.
Batting fifth, playing outfield, number 3, Max Mullins.
You're going to put it in my backpack.
Batting sixth occasions, playing third base, number 4, Ryan Rodriguez.
Emmy.
Batting seventh, playing outfield, number 8, Jordan Roberts. Batting eighth, playing first base, number 7, Cooper Richardson. And batting ninth, playing left field, number 9, Fisher Leslie. Starting in the mound, the next meeting is pitcher number 2, Julian Burgos. And then also in the next Hurricane coaching staff, who's continuing to spot the players on the third base line. And now fans direct our attention to the first base line as we introduce the home team for this evening's game. First up for the Parish Community Bulls. Led by head coach Brent Anasuski. The starters continue your spot on the first base line. Leading off is number 2, Caleb Hodge. Number 6, Matt Jaskowitz. Number 8, Matt Thompson. Number 9, Troy Guthrie. Number 12, Johnny Wilson. Number 15, Billy Mellon. Number 18, Lucas Chisare. Number 21, Nate Whitehead. Number 22, Keegan DeMett. And number 26, Jacob Traeger. And now we introduce the starting lineup for Parrish. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 11, Calvin Heath. Batting second, playing right field, number 10, Tyler Crump. Batting third, playing third base, number 3, Will Rawls. Batting cleanup, playing left field, number 5, Jabrian Hewitts. Batting fifth, Parrish, playing first base, number 14, Alex Tello. Batting sixth, DH, number 16, Tyler Brown. Batting seventh, playing second base, number 4, Eloy Serrano. Batting eighth and catching, number 17, Jonathan Mason. And batting ninth for the Bulls, playing center field, number 7, Logan McGuire. Starting on the mound is number 25, Wesley Anderson. And now the Hurricanes line the rest of the players and the coaching staff for the Parrish Community Bulls. Fans at this time, we ask that you please rise. And please direct your attention to center field. The batter's eye is center field. On top of that batter's eye, our nation's flag, as always, flies proudly. To honor America during the playing of our national anthem, we ask that you please move your caps, place your right hand art, veterans. You may salute for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the beautiful Lecom Stadium where we have the MSTV presentation game of the week. This game of the week we played by the Parish Bulls and Manatee High School. It is me, the color commentator Frederick Stewart, and joined with me is the play-by-play master, Mr. Chris Conboy. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're back after a little bit of technical difficulties here. We are with the MSTV Game of the Week presentation. I am the color commentator, Frederick Stewart, and I'm joined by the play-by-play master, Mr. Chris Conboy.
And sophomore Wesley Anderson starts it off with looks like a fastball for a strike, I believe. We are, let's call the ball. We are in a very disadvantageous position here under a speaker, which might have added to our technical difficulties. And in the stands here, due to technical difficulties, we could not go in the press box.
Yeah, as that second pitch right there is.
We got a 2-1 count, 2-1. There's a strike called. A little bit of delay on the call there by the umpire. And once again, technical difficulties are mounting here. 2-2. Hard hit ball to second. Nice backhand play by Eloy Serrata. Throws, short hop. First baseman can't handle it. And Manatee's going to have the leadoff hitter aboard. Alex Tallow at first base tried to get the pick, couldn't do it. Nice,
second and catching,
really nice play by Eloy Serrata.
Yeah, great play by the second baseman to get it over to first. It was a ball that looked like it was going to go past him, but he laid out, made a diving play, and bounced off the first man's glove. And coming up next, we got Peyton Harlan.
The catcher from Manatee, Peyton Harlan. Anderson pitch working from the stretch. The leadoff hitter, Diego Garcia Gil, on first, good speed. Be holding him on. The first pitch is a strike. Was hoping to get a look at Troy Guthrie tonight, the star pitcher for Parrish, but he's going to be pitching Tuesday, so he's not pitching tonight.
The sophomore phenom. I heard he's one of the few players I've heard that's thrown a no-hitter this year.
No, this is the sophomore pitching today. Guthrie's a senior who's going to Florida Gulf Coast University.
Oh, the really tall one, yes.
No, he's another senior. That's Duquette.
Man, this is making me look bad.
Guthrie is their best arm. He touches 90 and is committed to Florida Gulf Coast. Oh, hit batter there on the arm. So they got 2 men on with nobody out. They got a little rally going here in the first inning.
We want to give a big thanks to the Pirates for having us out here at this beautiful Lecom Stadium field.
Batting third, playing second base, number 6, Ashton Hovda.
So Ashton Hovda will bat for the Hurricanes. Number 3 hitter. Hovda having a tremendous year for the Hurricanes, batting in the 3-hole. Hitting .400 with 16 RBIs. And he's going to bunt. He's going to show bunt. Playing small ball here. He gets the bunt down to move the runners over successfully. They'll throw to first. He's out at first. I've said this before. I'm not a big fan of the small ball in the first inning. We've seen Coach Lyman do that before. It's a different philosophy, but especially with a guy hitting .400 at the plate.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision. You know, we understand why he does it, so he can move the runners in the better scoring position. However, you know, as you say, this is a game of outs, and you only have so many, so why give one away so easily?
Yeah, there's 2 schools of thought, and that's more of an old school of thought. Traditional baseballers people will bunt him over. Zuniga up now, batting in the 4-hole. First pitch is called a strike on Zuniga, the left-hander, playing second base today. Zuniga also hitting .366.
A lot of big hitters on this Manatee team.
Yeah, the stats are very impressive for Manatee.
Has Manatee been prominent in the last couple years in the circuit?
No, since Coach Nyman's been there, they've kind of rebuilt the program a little bit. I don't think they've played the quality of competition that Parish has played, maybe. Slightly less of a schedule, so their stats may be a little more impressive. But
and he's going to be retired to the dugout.
Batting fifth and playing center field, number 3, Max.
And next up, we got Max Mullet, the center fielder, stepping up to the plate. 2 outs here after the last batter was retired home. Anderson looking over the third batter, throws it. That one's going to be a little bit left outside. He called a ball. Now forgive us if we put some of these pitches here because we are on a side angle from the pitcher. The first one's going to be a ball. Anderson
way down on a side angle. So it's 1-0 to Maddox Mullet. That's fouled straight back, 1-1. So you got 2 outs now, and let's see if Anderson can pitch out of this jam and get Mullet, retire Mullet, and Beautiful night here for baseball. I wouldn't want to be a right fielder tonight. Wind blowing, gusting to right field, plus the sun in your eyes.
I wouldn't want to be a baseball tonight. Seems like a lot of them might be getting crushed to that back outfield. I was speaking with the Manatee coach, and he said that the team has been, they've been okay, but they have taken some bumps and bruises on this last couple games here.
Yeah, they've lost 3 in a row. They're coming off a 3-game losing streak, so they're trying to right the ship here. Both teams after tonight, I think, have 5 games left in the season, and then it's district. So they're trying to get back into the way they were playing earlier in the year and get back in the win column a couple of games in a row. They want to finish strong here going into districts. Both teams would like to do that, particularly Manatee, who's lost 3 in a row. That ball's up and in, and that caught the edge of his helmet, and he's going to go to first. That's a second hit batter. The runner does not get to score. He's got to go back to third. I don't know if he knows that yet.
It looks like he's
going
found that
back.
out.
6 for Manatee, playing third base. Number 4, Brian Rodriguez.
Bases loaded for the Manatee, sorry, for the Canes.
For the Canes, yep.
As
Not the Manatees.
that's my SCF
That's the
talking.
SCF, yeah.
As for the
Bases
Canes.
loaded, 2 outs. They still have not got a run in. So as much as Anderson has struggled here with his control with 2 hit batters in the first inning, probably a little nervous. Pitching in a major league stadium, it's a unique thing. So he's probably a little, like we've seen in other games, the pitchers the first inning sometimes in high school are a little bit fired up, a little amped up, and come out and try to overthrow a little bit.
You know, although these boys, they give a lot, especially in practice every week, it's not like the guys who do this professional who do this every single day. So sometimes they need a little time to adjust, especially, again, we're at a major league stadium. A lot of these kids have never done this before. So this is an amazing opportunity for them. First pitch called a strike. Second one coming down the line is going to be outside. 1-1 count here. As we see Anderson still trying to find command of the ball. He's looking. Throws another one down the middle. Be a 2-1 count here. And if he can get the Bulls out of this situation here with 3 men on base. He's looking. Throws, and Rodriguez fights and fouls that one's off.
So it's 1-2 count to Brian Rodriguez.
Just fouled off his last one.
Bases loaded with 2 away. Anderson trying to work out of a jam. Got an infield single and a 2 hit batters on base. In between, he bunted a runner over. He can strike out, and now he's trying to get out of it here. Fastball was up and away.
They get a 2-2 count here.
I was hoping they would have the radar gun working tonight, but I haven't seen any miles per hour popping up on the screen yet.
I haven't seen me either. It's nice though, the jumbo string makes it real easy for us. We can see the name, we can see what position they play.
See who's coming up to bat next, the rest of the order. 2-2. He nubs one back to the mound, and Anderson pitches out of it. Not a routine play for the first baseman with the sun in his eyes, but Parrish gets out of it with no runs. That's one of the problems with, I think, bunting guys over. Sometimes you give away one of those outs. It doesn't always work. People always point out times when they don't bunt guys over. But we're going to take a break now. We'll come back for the bottom of the first.
leading off the home half of the first for the Parish Community School Bowl. Shortstop number 11.
So we come back here to the bottom of the first. Callan Heath leading it off for Parrish. He is an SCF commit. He's committed to State College of Florida, future Manatee. They have 2 of them in the lineup.
Shout out to all the guys at Manatee. Coach Barry Batsman, Coach Tim Hill Sr., sorry, Jr., excuse me.
Truman Brugus opens it up with a strike. The senior from Manatee, committed to walk on at Maine. He's having a really good year. He's had a really good career actually at Manatee. There's a strike. He'll hit mid-80s, and when he's on, has good command of that breaking ball that he just threw there. He can be tough to hit. Heath has got exceptional speed in the leadoff spot. There's a fastball up and in. Heath is another one of those guys that I coach in Little League, out at Buffalo Creek Little League. So he actually played on my team a couple of seasons. His dad, Eric Heath, played on the state championship team at Palmetto. So fireman down in Sarasota.
And Heath is a great leadoff batter, hitting about a .327.
He's hitting .327, runs well. He's got a little pop. His OPS is, I think, second on the team. With the OPS is the on-base plus slugging, which is what the analytics people look at more than batting average nowadays. And that's a combination of how much you get on base and how many runs you drive in or extra bases you get. The ball down there from Brugus, and he goes 2-2 to Heath. Tyler Kripe is on deck, who's just been tearing the cover off the ball for Parrish this year. He's having a great year.
18 RBIs on the year, 20 hits.
Yeah, in 20 games, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean.
And he's got Heath hitting in front of him, so if he does get on base, he's got good speed in front of him. A guy who does get on base a lot and a guy who can run. Strike 3 called. He thought it was down. Got some little disagreement from the Parrish fans, faithful there.
Playing right field, number 10, Tyler Kripe.
Good fastball down there. Catcher did a good job receiving it, caught the ball coming up and got the call. There's a breaking ball. Called a strike. He thought that was down as well. I think Tyler thought that ball was a little down on the breaking ball. There's another one hit line to left field. It's going to drop for a base hit. I thought he might come in and make a dive for that, but played it safe. Nothing wrong with that. If you dive and miss it on the ball, hit on that trajectory, it's going to roll by you for a long way. It'll turn into a triple.
Batting third, and playing third base, number 3, Will Rawls.
Will Rawls is the hitter. Another SCF commit.
And Will Rawls right now is hitting. He's hitting a .259.
There's a blooper to right. That's going to be trouble. It's dropping. It's going to be in there for a hit. And that's to get the force at second. They got it at second. There's nothing Kripe could do there. He kind of had to hold up because the ball was hitting the air. And center fielder from Manatee came in and made a nice play.
Batting cleanup for Parrish.
Picking the ball up on one hop and throwing him out at second base.
Keelis.
So instead of a hit for Rawls, that goes as a fielder's choice.
Yep.
You don't get the hit, even though it could have been nobody on base. It would have been a clean single. But
and that one's going to get past the catcher and move Rawls forward to second base.
So Jabrian Keelis is how I was pronouncing it in the PA system. I always called him Quillis. I'll have to check with his dad. I did not coach him in Little League, but I coached his brother. I coached his little brother in Little League. He's the same age as my younger son, so his dad coached in Little League. He's a sheriff's deputy. He's a good guy. Good people. Jabrian's a hard worker. I always saw him out there when his little brother was playing. He was always in the cage, working, taking extra hits, always trying to get better.
Another breaking ball called low.
He's got some pop when he gets a hold of one. He's got a little power. Brugus with a fastball strike. He's just painting that low pitch there, and they're doing a good job. Peyton Harlan's doing a good job receiving the ball. and getting that pitch called a strike. Ball in the dirt, blocked.
And on both ends, you've seen a lot of loose pitching on both sides right now. But as we stated before, you know, in the beginning of the game, it's common to see these younger pitchers kind of have to work out the kinks.
3-1. Rawls is on second. He runs very well, leads the team in stolen bases. There's a slow roller back to the mound. Rawls is going to advance, so it's a foul ball off his foot. Foul ball off his foot. Rawls has 13 stolen bases. The only person I think we've seen this year in double digits in stolen bases.
I believe so.
He's going for third, a swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 outs, good pitch by Brugus there. Looked like a changeup. I'm thinking down on the way to the lefty, could have been a breaking ball, but like we said, we're down the side here. It's hard to tell which way the ball's moving. Either way, it's strike 3 and nothing for Parrish in the first inning. We're going to take a break here. We'll come back for the second inning. Parrish Community High School Bulls and the Manatee High Hurricanes at Lecom Stadium.
Andrew, can you get Coach Nolan? No, just get him over here.
Thank you, love you. Over that. I didn't want to get in your way.
Manatee Hurricanes and batting 7th. Playing right field, number 8, Jordan Roberts.
So we're back at Lecom Stadium, and we got the we're going into the second inning here. Jordan Roberts, the right fielder for Manatee, will be leading it off, number 8.
Not too many stats on him.
No,
He's only played 9 games.
There's a few guys that we saw pitch earlier in the year that are playing in the field tonight. Jordan Roberts, he's hit. That's the 3rd guy this game that Anderson has hit. And here comes another guy who doesn't have a lot of at-bats. Cooper Richardson, we saw him pitch an excellent job on the mounds, but
first base, number 7, Cooper Richardson.
He's playing first base tonight, and both him and Roberts earlier in the year were primarily just pitchers. They call them POs, pitcher only, but they're getting some playing time now, and neither one of them has a lot of at-bats, so Roberts responds by getting hit. We got a runner on first with nobody out. He's got a good-sized lead over there at first. First pitch is down and away. Anderson looks like he's got good stuff, but he's having a little trouble with his command. We talked about that word before, command. He's hit a few guys, he's missed away a couple of times, like just pulled it across the plate. So he's got to settle down. He's probably a little nervous. 10th grader pitching in a varsity game at this stadium in a major league park can be intimidating. Shadows are changing a little bit now. The pitcher is now in the shadows. First baseman still shielding the sun with his glove.
I was just about to speak about that. I believe that's going to be a major piece.
Yeah, for another 15 minutes or so till that sun gets down. The right fielder has had it in his eyes the whole night, but he's got sunglasses on out there. Oh, he got hit in the head. That's the 4th batter hit, and at some point, Parrish has got to go do something. I don't think you can leave a guy in if he's going to hit 2 every inning. even though that Manatee didn't get any runs out of it last time.
And playing left field, number 9.
Right now,
Breslin.
we'll definitely see. It looks like the first baseman's talking to him, but right now you're definitely telling them, you know, trying to settle him down and see what's going on, what's in his head, because this is 2 pitchers.
I see Traeger sprinting down to the bullpen out of the dugout right now for Parrish, and he'll be going down there to get loose. It's Jacob Traeger, I believe is the first name. Yes, Jacob Traeger. Manatee showing bunt again. Now this situation, I'm a little more inclined to go with the bunt because your number 9 hitter's up, not your number 3 hitter that's hitting 400. So, and it looks like Coach Neiman, he's going to be consistent and stick with it and try to bunt him over. Ball, and they throw behind him. He just gets back. Good throw.
Just was there in
We've
time.
seen guys get picked off, you know, on a missed bunt attempt, or when the batter pulls it back, guys tend to get too big of a lead. Jonathan Masson making a good throw down there. I think he's a 3 or 4 year starter at catcher for Parrish. I remember him a couple years ago playing. He's real solid back there, and that was a good throw. But it was a good job by Roberts hustling back after a secondary lead. And Manatee's going to bunt again, it looks like. Fisher Breslin. And he gets the bunt down. They got the force at third, maybe. No, he's safe. So now that works because you didn't give away an out. You got him on base. Look at that bat boy getting the ball, number 00. Great speed.
Great speed on that bat boy.
Getting the bat. Good job.
But great speed on Jacob and getting there, and that pitch that was off the shoot allowed him to
Yeah,
make
Jordan
it.
Roberts had that good lead at second. That's why they were throwing behind him, but he was getting out there and was able to beat the throw to third. I think the throw was a little off target too. It might have been.
It was wide right
off the base, yeah.
And that gave him plenty of time and space to slide in. So now again, you're in great position here as Manatee because you have no outs, and you have as the
bases loaded. As
Seinfeld
theme.
Seinfeld theme comes over my head. You have bases loaded, no outs, even a pop fly. You're looking at least putting on 1 runner on the board here.
And it looks like Roberts got pretty good speed coming from second to third there. So, you know, he got good speed at third to tag up. Right now, this is just pretty much stall tactics to get Traeger ready, I think.
How would you feel about if they sent to try to steal home plate?
Don't ever do it ever.
Oh, wow.
I mean, especially now with nobody out and the top of the order coming up with the bases loaded. You got your 3 best hitters coming up right now with the bases loaded. I wouldn't do anything other than let them hack, swing away. I mean, you got Diego coming up here. He's hitting .433 with 12 RBIs, so I'm not going to try to get thrown out stealing when he's coming up to hit.
26 hits on the year.
Yeah,
out of 20
in
games.
20 games. Yeah, so you let him swing, you let number 2 hitter swing, you let number 3 hitter swing. Or actually, popped up foul, and the first baseman makes a nice play. People don't realize that's not an easy play from playing in where he was, going back and looking over his shoulder
with
into
the sun in his eyes.
Yeah, he's got the sunglasses on the back of his hat. Somebody ought to explain to him they work better in the front.
If you put them on your face, they work a little bit better.
A little better, but it didn't hurt him there. He was able to make the play. And that brings up Peyton Harlan, the catcher. He's hitting .364. So you got some good hitters coming up here, and you know, Manatee's got to get something out of this. They can't leave, you know, 5 guys on base in the first 2 innings. We saw what happened to Palmetto the other night when they did that. Later in the game, it cost them. You know, they had all kinds of chances early. And you got to get the runs in. You got to get the big hits when you got runners in scoring position.
Yeah, this is like a piece of candy to a baby right now. Loaded bases with only 1 out. You got to bring someone home.
Hovda on deck, the top hitter for Manatee, hitting in the 3-hole. Anderson delivers a strike at the knees. Looked like the outside corner from where we're sitting. 1-1 with 1 out. Harlan was hit by a pitch his first time up. One of the 4 batters for Manatee that have been hit by a pitch out of, what, 10 batters?
Yes.
That's not a good percentage. You hit 4 out of 10.
No.
As a pitcher, you don't want that.
As a hitter, amazing. As a pitcher, you're going to be playing at DeCrib University.
So there has not been good contact off Anderson. He's got good stuff. Just has to get the control under. There's a ground ball up the middle. It's through for a base hit.
That's going to bring home 2.
Center field, here comes no. One's going to score. Good throw by the center fielder, Logan McGuire coming up, charging very aggressively and coming up throw.
Look at McGuire out there. As that one rolls past the second base, he scoops it up and throws his whole body behind that one.
Yeah, that was a good aggressive play by him, charging the ball all the way. He plays a shallow center field too.
Attention please, now running at first base for Manatee, number 18, Lanson Rubio.
We get a courtesy runner for the catcher now. It's still bases loaded. It's 1-0 Manatee. And Havda, the top hitter for Manatee, hitting 400, or before he was, he's still 400 because he sacrificed bunted last time. Fastball looked like he threw it by him there.
Your attention please, correction, pitch running at first base for Manatee, number 19, Kane Van Etten.
Havda with 16 RBIs on the year, hitting 400. So this is a guy they want up right now. You want your number 3 hitter up with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Are high school baseball fields smaller than the professional level?
Depends on where you play. When I was in high school at Cardinal Mooney, we played at Ed Smith, so we played on a major league field. But GT Bray is a little smaller than this. Parrish is much smaller. Palmetto is much smaller. Braden River is much smaller. So
the reason I say is because I don't think we'll see any home runs here.
There's guys in this game that can hit it out if they get a good pitch, especially to right field. But with the wind not helping the left or center, well, now it looks like it might be going straight out to center. Oh, he hit another one. 5 batters hit. That's an RBI for Havda. He gets hit by a pitch and drives in a run. It's a painful RBI. I think we're going to see Traeger before long. He just can't continue hitting that many batters.
Designated hitter, number 16, Nick Zuniga.
Doesn't seem like I see anyone.
He warmed up and he's done warming up now, so yeah. I think he's ready, and maybe they were hoping he could get out of this jam here. I would have to give someone else a shot after 5 guys get hit in the first inning and a third. Zuniga the batter, Nick Zuniga. Big cut there, foul ball straight back, right on it. It came into the game hitting 366, struck out the first time, 0 for 1. Anderson can get a ground ball here, maybe get a double play, get out of this, would limit the bleeding. Fouled back onto 9th Street. Hit a car. Ooh, sounded like he hit a car out there. 0-2 to Zuniga.
As long as it didn't hit the Honda.
Didn't hit the Honda. Unless you parked it in the street in the middle of traffic.
I've been known to do that.
Fastball up and away. He thought about it, held up.
Right now, as the coach for Parrish, for the Bulls, are you pulling your pitcher or are you trying to let him finish it out?
I think I would have, after probably the third hit batter, I probably would have pulled him. I've never seen anybody hit 5 batters in an inning and a third. This is new for me. It's 2-2.
2-2, still only 1 out for the Canes, so very good territory to bring someone home on a pop fly.
The one positive about hitting them is that it keeps your pitch count down, because it only takes 1 pitch to put them on first instead of 4. So if you're wild and you're hitting them early in the count, it keeps your pitch count low.
Which means you stay in the game longer.
Yeah, 2-2. Anderson faces Zuniga, ball 3. So he goes from 0-2 and 9 walks it to 3-2. Once again, we talked about struggles with command, especially early in the game for high school pitchers. We see it every week.
Anderson again trying to find himself to get themselves out of this inning right here, and the Canes can do some damage as they already have with 2 runs.
Ball 4.
And another one walked, another RBI, another batter in. This is slowly getting out of hand for the Bulls, as Anderson has essentially walked in 2 runs for him and put 2 guys on base.
And that's going to be it. Traeger's coming in from the bullpen there. Coach Brett Andrzejewski. I emailed him today, make sure I pronounced it correctly. going out to the mound. Second visit for the inning, so he has to come out.
Good on for Anderson.
That's what Anderson had good, really pretty good stuff. There wasn't a lot of hard contact against them.
Nope.
You know, the line drive to center field was the only hit that was really hit hard. The other two were ground balls that got through, and it was just a matter of hitting people. So
yeah. Overall, Anderson outside of the hitting was very well. He threw a very good game. It's just right now, especially so early, you can't have guys hitting 5 guys and walking people.
yeah, it's outside the 5 hit batters.
Yeah, outside of that.
He pitched well. It's gonna be Jacob Traeger coming in for the Parish Bulls, Parish Community Bulls. Traeger has a 1.88 ERA on the year, 1-1. Throwing the ball well.
Fans, your attention, please. May I please have your attention?
Got 18 strikeouts in 22 innings.
Score here on this beautiful Friday night here at this Lecom Park. This call to the Parish Community School Bulls bullpen. Now pitching for the Bulls, number 26.
That's
Jacob.
That performance was unlike Anderson's other performances. You know, he came into the game with 37 strikeouts and only 11 walks on the year, so his command was pretty good for most of the year. And his ERA was under 1. It was 0.99. So that was not what he's used to doing.
Not at all. Definitely an error.
Now, he did have 2 hit batters earlier in the year, so now that totals up to 7. That's pretty high. Traeger comes in, he's hit 3 guys, so they're not afraid to pitch inside. But Parrish now is in a hole 3-0, and they're still not out of this inning. You got bases loaded and 1 out.
Could you give a definition for the people at home? What does ERA mean?
Earned run average.
Okay.
So over the course of, in major leagues, it'd be 9 innings for college, but in high school, so over the course of 7 innings, they would typically give up that many earned runs. So if they have a 3.0 earned run average, that means they usually give up 3 runs in 7 innings, which would be really good. Some of these guys are below 1. Traeger starts with a strike to Mullet. Maddox Mullet was another guy that was hit by a pitch first time up. We could just say that for every batter from this point on, I think, that they were hit by a pitch, and we'll be right half the time. Manatee dugout getting pretty vociferous down there. That looked like a good breaking ball. I don't know, it could have been off the plate. It wasn't low. Called it ball.
The sun moving. Now we have the pitcher back in the sun and first baseman out of the sun.
The ball up.
It was a little high.
And the thing with, sometimes you'll see it like a pitcher struggling and it seems like the umpire was squeezing the zone a little bit, but tonight it's been literally hit guys, so there was no question about it, many of the calls.
Yeah, there's no doubt when the guy gets hit, he gets hit.
Yeah. Or they've missed by a lot. That was the first one that I think Parrish has thrown that 2 pitches ago that looked close, that was called a ball.
It's a 3-1 count right now. Only 1 out still for the Canes.
3-1 to Maddox Mullet, center fielder. He made a good play getting a force at second on that base hit. Ball 4.
And another batter and another runner walked in.
That was another one that was close. I guess he called it down.
Third baseman,
Once again, we are about 30 rows up down the left field line, about as deep as the back of the clay, so we don't have the best vantage point to discuss strikes. But
4 runs. Only
just
one
judging it from where the catcher catches it, that's got to be a strike.
Let's go, Yogi, let's go.
He definitely hit a spot there. Brian Rodriguez, the third baseman, is up. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out, I think back to the pitcher. They have 3-1 on the board. I don't remember the pitcher covering. I think it was 1-3 on the ground out. You got 1 away, bases loaded still. He swings in a fastball up and threw it by him.
You want it more? Let's go. Run away. Let's go.
And like you said, those fastballs that come right at your eyes look good, but aren't the greatest ones because they can trick you. He looks back, throws it.
Strike 3 called. That's 2 away on Traeger. We have a former Manatee High great
By the
from
way!
SCF
By the
Manatee.
way!
Chase
By the way!
joining
Let's
us here in the
go.
stands with
Nobody
his son
better,
Charlie.
let's go! You're him!
Mr. Sandberg coming in.
Oh!
With the little man.
Now Chase now works over at IMG. Been back at, played at Eastern New Mexico.
Let's go, Jordan, wake
Coached
up!
some college ball, and he's here at the game. We're going to try to get him on here. We can talk to him a little bit, see what he thinks about the game.
Let's
Robert
go,
swings
Jordan,
a
let's
pitch
go.
down.
They're ahead on
Goes
it, let's go!
0-2, and Traeger's
Wake
close to
up.
pitching out of this. Chase, how's it going? Have you get to a lot of Manatee baseball games?
You know what? This is the first one of the season. You know,
Strike 3. Traeger with a good breaking ball, and he gets out of it. We're going to try to talk to Chase here during the break, even though the music's going to kick on and be loud in our ears. But so go ahead. You were saying?
yeah, I mean, first game of the year for me. You know, my wife actually texted me when I was at work today. She was like, "Hey, baseball game at Lecom Park," and I was like, "Oh, yeah, we're there."
We're there. Yep.
Yeah.
It's good to see you again.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is, you know, every time I see an old football coach, man, like, you know, I'm still here, dude, so it's awesome.
Yep. I coached Chase at Manatee High. Chase was a 2-sport star at Manatee. Got to spend some time with your brother Cord last week.
Yeah, he's gone, man. He was here for like 10 months.
He was here and he's gone. Yeah, he's on his own agenda.
Yeah,
we went up and saw Coach Malzahn at Central Florida and hung out and watched practice. I don't know if he told you.
Fans, once again, welcome to
Yeah,
It took about 4 hours to get there in the traffic, but it was good talking to him and catching up.
yeah. He said he was driving with you. I said, you guys are going to Orlando, I-4. That's a 4-hour, you know, that's a 4-hour car drive. Hopefully you like who you're driving with. 'cause-
Yes. Cord drove. His wife's car is better than mine, so we let him take that.
The Buick. Yeah.
So, what did you ever get a chance to play here when you were in high school? I don't remember if you guys had a game. I think you did.
We did get to play here.
A lot of fun next week. We'll see you back here.
We did get to play here, I think, one time. But my most memorable was when we were playing like AAU baseball.
Yeah.
My dad would get us, you know, one game a year here, and that was always really special.
Yeah, I remember him saying the Manatee Mariners.
Manatee
You guys played a
Mariners.
doubleheader here on a Sunday. He told me that the
Yeah.
other day when I was talking to him.
Orange and blue, man. It was.
I might have
baseball.
umpired that game. I don't remember. I did a lot of your games back then.
Yeah, I remember just like playing here was awesome, and they've done even more to it here than last time I was
Yeah,
here.
it's even
so-
nicer. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's even nicer. I played here, but back then it was a corrugated metal fence at McKetney Field. The field was like St. Augustine grass in the outfield. Donnie Robinson always talks about how bad the grass was here if you talk about McKetney in the old days. Nobody wanted to go out there because they had St. Augustine in the outfield. But
Oh man.
yeah, it's great for these kids to get an opportunity to come out here and play.
Oh yeah.
Manatee is up 4-0.
I see that.
I'd say, have you ever seen 5-hit batters in an inning and a third before in all your years of baseball?
Only like in inter squads, not a real game.
Like done on purpose, ball 4?
Purpose, and you
tallow.
got guys that can throw hard but can't find the strike zone. Inter squad.
You know, we're working out a new guy.
Exactly.
Some
yeah.
guys that weren't on the roster when the spring came around.
Correct. Yeah.
Batting sixth.
So how's things over at IMG? You've been IMG for how long now?
Man, I've been there 6 years.
6 years. Wow.
Yeah, and yeah, I actually love it. I mean, I'm overseeing the enrollment and, you know, compliance and eligibility for all of our track and field and cross country athletes. So a sport I did not even play.
That's awesome.
And so that's why I think I like it a lot now, because I can just kind of come into it and, you know, learn from the staff that's there, and it's an objective sport. So your marks are your marks. There's no like, hey, what's your game film? There's no, hey, like what competition are you facing?
Nobody can say, I think this guy's better than him. Well, his time isn't.
It's great.
Yep.
It's the tape measure and
Yep.
the timing system don't lie. And so parents, you know, although they have their opinions, it's really hard to argue with that. So like,
Yep.
you're not dealing with the same stuff that you are in baseball or even football for that matter.
Yeah, it's got to be a lot easier to recruit. You just look for any
times.
guys that ran in the 10s.
Send
That's
me-
it. If you're not running in the 10s, we're not going to talk to you. So
Yeah, so I mean, like last year, we were the first Florida team to win Texas Relays last year in the history of that big track meet, which was awesome. So, you know, we've been fortunate the last 6 years. It's been cool to kind of build a program. I think we had like 15 kids my first year, and now we have like 80. So, you know, been a fun 6 years for sure.
That's good. Well, it's good to talk to you. I saw you walking by. I see Charlie's grandpa's here now.
Yeah.
Chuck Sandberg, he might get on here. And
Yeah,
he does football with us here at MSTV, so we might get him on here. And, you know, he likes to talk baseball even whether he has a headphone on or not. So, knowing
Yeah.
Chuck.
Yeah, he's no shortage of words, man.
No.
Banter Olympics champion, gold medalist.
I'll never forget when Cord was playing in the Wildcats, and I went to a Wildcats game, and I went over and talked to your dad, and I was leaving, and I saw your mom. And she said, "Did you see Chuck?" And I said, "Yeah, I talked to him." And she said, "Did you? Or did he talk to you?"
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, that's and you know he's over there at IMG picking up golf balls now.
I've heard all about it.
And
Yeah.
man, like I golfed today actually with one of the golf guys on staff there, and you know, Chuck's already made a name for himself just picking up golf balls over there. He knows where the kids are from. He knows, where their homes are, where they're located in the United States.
Is he coaching them up a little bit? He's working on
He
that?
shouldn't be.
He shouldn't be.
That's
I've seen him play.
He's unless you want like a 210-yard slice off the tee, you're not asking him. But he's a great time. He's got the mindset of a scratch golfer out there, but he's like a 20 handicap. So
yeah.
That's
golf is like baseball, a very mental sport. So
oh my gosh.
Psychological, a lot involved psychologically. So, all right. Well, we enjoyed having you on, Chase, and
pleasure.
Stick around for a little while.
Yeah.
We'll let little Fred get back on.
We'll let the pros do what they do.
All right. Thank you. Little Fred is back now with the headset.
Little Fred. I'm in my alter ego.
So we got first and second with nobody out now. So Parrish now, a little rally, and they're going to bunt. They're going to play small ball. Down by 4 runs. There's a strike and going on the steal, and he's safe. So he might have been just fake bunting just so they could steal.
And both teams eating on that third base, as both of those pitches that have gone there have been off target.
Yeah, both throws down to third were a little wide. That throw was a little wide, and the third baseman didn't get back to the bag. He was playing in for the bunt and never really got back to the bag anyway. So, so they got second and third with 1 strike and nobody out. And Eloy Serrata, a two-sport star from Parrish. There's a base hit to right. And the right fielder has no idea where the ball was because of the sun, and that's going to roll by him. Now, we knew that was going to happen eventually. He had no idea. This could be an inside-the-park home run. No, he's going to hold up at third. Stand up. Well, he didn't need to. No play. Now the ball finally comes in. It's a triple for Serrata. There's no error on that when you lose it in the sun. But
with 2 RBIs across the plate.
Roberts had no idea where the ball was. He was looking right into the sun, and he actually ran towards the foul line, and the ball was hit towards the gap and rolled all the way to the fence.
And catching.
Yep, and that's the seasonal blues, we'll call it, as the sun goes down so much more later.
It's 4-2.
And the way that this park is angled, the sun's right behind it.
Strike called on the outside corner. Jonathan Masson, the catcher.
And Parrish has wasted no time getting back into this game with 2 runs.
Oh, good block.
Great block there with 2 runs and no outs.
Peyton Harlan, good job blocking that ball in the dirt with a runner on third and keeping a run from scoring.
And offensively, Parrish is a very good team, especially if you check out their record. I believe they're 11-5 right now.
No, Parrish is
17-5? Or 15-5.
15-5, and Manatee's 13-6.
With 2 district wins.
Yeah, and the district thing's different in baseball. A lot of teams don't play. There's a high fly ball to right, and that's going to be trouble with the sun. It'll score a run anyway, even if he catches it. It's caught. Good job by the right fielder. But that's a sac fly for Masson. That ball was hit pretty far. He probably hit it 325 feet. It's 335 down the line there. He was just short of the warning track, working towards center. So good at bat to get the run in there. And now all of a sudden it's 4-3. It would look like Manatee was going to run away with it, and Parrish has got themselves right back in this game now, and there's still only 1 out. Logan McGuire, the center fielder, comes up. You saw him make a good play and save a run. aggressively charging the base hit in the first inning.
Yeah, a lot of great hits by the guys, and interesting to see that because if you take a glance at their stats, they're good hitters, but didn't seem nearly as good of hitters as Manatees.
Well, like I said, I think Manatee has not played quite the schedule Parrish has. I think Parrish should play a little tougher schedule, so you get some games in there where you can build your stats up, relatively speaking. Not to demean those stats, but the tougher competition you play, if you play high-level baseball in Florida, you're probably not going to have a lot of 400 hitters, unless you're playing some teams that don't have really good pitching. Brugus pitching for Manatee here, trying to get out of this inning here. Struggling with his command a bit as well. He's thrown 35 pitches, 19 balls, and 16 strikes right now. So neither starting pitcher's really been their best. I've seen Brugus look real good, and there's a strike. McGuire runs well, center fielder. Oh, he gets hit.
And there's something in the air at this game is everyone's getting hit by pitches.
It's by far the most I've ever seen in a game, and I've seen a lot of baseball games over the years.
I can imagine.
That's now 7 hit batters in 2 innings.
And so early in the game, too. They're leaving room for supper and dessert.
2 1/3 innings, 7 hit batters already. It's the top of the order, Callan Heath, second time facing Brugus. The shadows are gone on the mound, so that might help the batters out here as the batters get into the same lighting as the pitcher, and there's no change of lighting. It's going to help the batters. Right now, there's a little shadow or sunlight at the plate. That's popped up right towards us. That might hit us. That's coming right at us, right in front.
Hey, and look at that. We score ourselves. Never mind.
That was close.
Yeah, I was looking. It got me still. Y'all can't see it, but I'm standing up.
I thought I was going to hit.
My feet were ready. I lost it in the air. I would have been done. Anyway, back to the game here. We got Heath on the plate looking, and he's going to take that one in. Must have been on the outside on the right. That'd be a ball.
2-1.
2-1 count here.
2-1 count to Heath. He gets new life after that pop fly gets into the stands. It was a high fly ball, pop fly. He just hit the third base coach. That had to hurt. Yeah, he's standing, the third base coach is way up towards home plate there, which you'll see coaches do that when there's a runner on second so they can, get into view of the runner as he's rounding third. But right now there's no runner on second, so if I was him, I'd be backing up a little bit. And he's not moving, he's standing there. So
the first base coach leaned over by that one.
So Heath out in front on both those pitches. Had a pop foul over here on the third base line and a hard ground ball off of his third base coach. And it's 1 out. Should be 2-2 right here to Heath. Breaking ball goes away outside. Heath holds up. It's 3-2. We got a full count. I'm surprised McGuire is not running. He's got good speed. I would think he might, but he doesn't have very good lead over there right now, so it's a very small lead. Unless he's doing some vaulting. And he's not going 3-2 either. There's a base hit to left. That's going to be a double, maybe more. That's going to roll into the corner.
Oh, that might be into Parker right there.
No, I think it's going to be a double. Ball's coming in here. He's going to hold up at second, drives in a run.
Game time, stand up
and
double.
It is tied up 4-4.
Down the line.
Callan Heath.
For Callan Heath.
The SCF commit. Shortstop for Parrish. Turns on a fastball and drives it into the gap, or into the corner in left field. Hard hit ball.
And although this field's a lot bigger, that can be very advantageous if you get a ball with some heat on it and it can go farther out. Having guys to run all the way back into the corners in the field having guys to run all the way into the corners in the back of the field can give you that extra time to get that double or that triple, and we've seen that in play twice here.
And it looks like the Manatee's going to make a pitch and change. We'll take a break right here while the pitcher warms up. We'll be back with you in a minute. We got a new game, folks, 4-4. Manatee and Parrish tied up in the top of the third.
They said cameras on me. Oh, yeah, you're good. You're all good. What? She's trying to do sandwiches? That's what I was going to say. There's a bee, and I don't like that. Oh my god. That's dangerous. Okay. You're kind of okay. I know. Just pretend.
So we are back here. Now I'm joined with Chuck Sandberg, the father of Chase Sandberg, and also does our football games on MSTV. Foul ball back, going back to 9th Street. Tyler Kripe just tearing the cover off the ball for Parrish this year, hitting 400 coming into the game. He's 1 for 1. Had a nice single in the first inning. Andrew Hyman is a new pitcher for Manatee. We saw him earlier in the year playing first and hitting. Pitching tonight. There's a pitch, fastball. Looked good from here. Called a ball. So it's 1-1 with 1 out. Runner on second in scoring positions. Callan Heath doubled in the tying run. Ground ball on the right side. Heath will advance to third. Play to first to get the out. Kripe is retired, but a productive out, moving a runner over. So Kripe is 1 for 2. The average hasn't gone down yet. Still hitting 400.
Number 3, Will Rawls.
And this is the second SCF commit in the Parrish lineup. Will Rawls and Callan Heath both going to SCF next year. Rawls was the son of Jimbo Rawls, Palmetto fame. That's driven deep to right, or center field, over the center fielder's head. That's going to be extra bases. Rawls can run. He's got a lot of stolen bases. He's going to have a triple standing up if he's smart, and he will.
A stand-up RBI triple to the wall.
Rawls just hammered that ball to center field. And Parrish has a 5-4 lead after going down 4-0.
Parrish left fielder, number 5, Jabrian Aquiles.
So Chuck, what do you think? What do you think about the bats for Parrish there this inning as they start to get out of the shadow or get into the shadows? They can see the pitchers. Oh, another shot by Keelis, but it's one hopper to second baseman. Ball was hit hard. He hit the first pitch, jumped on it.
And they're out of the inning. But I tell you what, being down 4-0, they got hit with a 4 spot, what, in the first or second? They didn't panic. They came out swinging the bat. Guys are getting on base and just pecking away. And if you're a good baseball team, you know, they got to get outs, and they got a bunch of runs there. So they look like they're pretty, I don't think the 4-run deficit did anything to their morale. I think they're going to swing the bat.
No, and I think
without a doubt.
You may have gotten here late. The starting pitcher for Parrish hit 5 guys in an inning in the third. I've never seen so much. And then Brugus from Manatee hit 2 more. So we've had 7 hit batters already tonight. And it's not even disputable like there was no kind of like arguing or like that. It's not one of those things. It's just 2 pitchers that had some trouble with their command tonight. And that's why we have backup relief pitchers in right now in the third inning. So
professional baseball ballpark in America.
It's a beautiful night for baseball.
it is absolutely perfect night for baseball. It's a great opportunity for these kids to come out and play in a major league stadium. They don't get that opportunity very much. And have a good crowd. The crowd's picking up. It was a little late growing. It was a little small at first. I had commented I was a little disappointed, but I know when my son Christopher played against Parish here 2 years ago, they had a very big crowd. It was the highlight of his high school baseball career, that winning a district championship at Palmetto. But getting to play on this field and knowing you're not getting bad hops compared to what high school kids are used to playing on.
With Hispanic Heritage Night.
Back in the day, we're doing the AAU tournament. The team we got to play here. Trevor Gooby let us play.
Chase mentioned that when he was up here
what a
earlier.
thrill. It was a Sunday after spring training was done. We got to come out and play a doubleheader, and he was great. And the ground crew guys, you know, they were just immaculate helping us out. And it was a real thrill.
This is Cooper Richardson. Cooper's dad is a principal at Gullet Elementary, and
Todd.
yeah, his brother played for Manatee last year. Cooper's been most of the year has been pitching only. I think he has about 7 or 8 at-bats. He's getting to swing the bat tonight and play in the field at first base. He was hit by a pitch the first time up. We can pretty much say that about anybody hit by a pitch in this game because there's been 7 of them. So the foul ball comes back to Michael Suki, third base coach for Manatee, former Southeast star. He played at Florida Gulf Coast.
Yes.
Yeah, and then played some minor league ball. There's a good pitch on the outside corner.
Looked like a good off-speed pitch right there. Really
yeah, look like a slider down and away. Not a hitter's pitch. I can see why Cooper took it. You don't want to try to hit that pitch unless you have to with 2 strikes. And now he's got 2 strikes. Ooh, strike 3 looking. Traeger has really come in and settled down things for Parrish. He's been good. They've had good pitching all year. Once again, they have Guthrie, Troy Guthrie, who's a Florida Gulf Coast commit, who's been dominant with over 80 strikeouts in 40 innings. But we're not going to see him tonight. Then they have Duquette, Kyle Duquette, who has got some colleges interested in him, like SCF, the big 6'6" righty. And then Traeger here and Wes Anderson, the sophomores, have been excellent this year. Before tonight, he had a little trouble with his command and was hitting people, but he's got good stuff. You could see he had good stuff. Nobody was really putting barrels on the ball that much. But so Fisher Breslin, also not too many at-bats this year. He bunted, had a sacrifice bunt first time up. Traeger delivers. Oh, there's a line drive right at shortstop. Callan Heath makes the play. Heath solid at shortstop, but that was an easy play. Hit right at him.
To the top of the Manatee order.
I will say Manatee's bat boy is the best I've seen all year. The bat boy getting out there, number 00. I'm assuming that's probably head coach Nolan Naiman's son, but I'm not sure. That's just a guess, but he's a hustler, whoever he is. That brings up Diego Garcia, the top of the order for Manatee. He's having a good year. Traeger is, like I said, settling things down here. There's a breaking ball away. 1-1 on Garcia Gill. Diego, we've done other games. He's had, seems to have a hit or 2 every game I see him play. Understand why he's hitting 360 or whatever he's hitting. There's a blooper to short center field. Oh, Callan Heath made a nice play. Going back on the run, catches it over his shoulder. That's going to end the inning there. We'll be back in a minute. We'll take a break. It's Parrish 5, Manatee 4. And we're back at Lecom Park. I called it Lecom Stadium earlier. I guess it's Lecom Park. Andrew Hyman for the Manatee Hurricanes on the mound. First pitch is just outside to Alex Tello, the first baseman, number 14 for Parrish. Tallow has a walk, stolen base, and scored a run tonight. It's 2-0. So Hyman falls behind in the count, 2-0. There's a strike at the knees. Tallow looked like he was taken there, or at least not going to offer it that pitch.
And I hope that, ladies and gentlemen, you've enjoyed Conboy's family reunion as he's been here, meeting all his old friends on the mic.
Yes, it's a Friends of Convoy night. I see some Buffalo Creek Bombers walking by here, travel ball, 12U team. There's a foul ball up this way. It's going to go over our heads into the stands. And one of those Buffalo Creek Bombers is going to get a foul ball. They can't keep him here at a high school game. You got to give them back, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the high schools can't afford that. They need those balls back. Maybe they'll let them keep them. There's a hard hit ball down the right field line. That's fair. That's extra bases. That might be 3 bases. Roberts over. He picks the ball up and throws it in. There will be no play at third.
Leadoff triple, hugging the line.
Alex Tallow leading off with a triple. That's the second time, though, I've seen a Parrish runner slide at third when the coach was telling him to stay up. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Number 16,
telling him
Tyler Brown.
to stay up and kind of make a little turn. Maybe you'll get the cutoff man to turn and throw it home and throw it away or something, but they're sliding over at third. Looked like just ignoring the advice of the coach, which is not good.
That is the third time we've seen tonight, though, that the length of this field come into play. Once that ball gets to rolling, normally those doubles are turning into triples and potentially inside the Parker.
There's a drive over to center fielder's head, I think. No, he's back. He might have a play. No, it's over his head. Tyler Brown, he's going for 3. Like you said, that goes over their head in this stadium. And once again, he's sliding with no play.
Back-to-back triples.
Maybe the Parish Bulls just want to work on their slides at third.
Tyler Brown.
I think they'd be better off staying up and not risking injury, and then maybe scoring if the ball's bobbled or something.
I think it just might be a force of habit. You know, guys are.
Well, they have a third base coach there that if he's pointing down, you slide. And if he's telling you to stay up, you should be staying up. You shouldn't be trying to make that decision on your own. That's not up to the kids. That should be, or even in the major leagues, you have a base coach there for a purpose. That's what they should be looking at. And 3 times tonight, he's been signaling for them to stay up, and they've slid. So I don't understand that. Eloy Serrater's coming up. He had a triple. 2 RBIs and scored a run. The second baseman, very good defensive back for Parrish as well. We did some football games, did a couple of Braden River or for Parrish games, and he did a good job on defense for the Parrish Bulls, Parrish Community Bulls, and now he's got 0-2 with nobody out and a runner on third. So he just wants to put the ball in play here and try to force Manatee to make a play. Takes the pitch low and away. Whoa, 1-2. Catcher almost threw it away over the pitcher's head. The second baseman was backing up. That was a good play by Havda. I saw he actually was breaking in behind the mound like middle infielders should do with a runner on third. He gets sawed off, and he's going to try to score, and he's going to make it. Ball was not hit very hard, so the first baseman, Richardson, had no play at home, had to just take it back to first base, step on the base, and Serrata gets the job done. That's so important rather than going up there with 0-2 and striking out and leaving that run at third to be able to put it in play and get the run in. That's a big at-bat for Serrata. Wasn't hit very hard, and it's a ground out in the scorebook, but your teammates and your coaches know that you got the job done and got the run in.
And that's
Jonathan Mason.
That's 100% correct right there, because sometimes the scorebook, the stats don't show the actual game.
Right. That's driven into right field, and that is going to be trouble. He dives. He does not catch it, I don't think. Rolls over on the ball, throws it in. It's going to be a double. Roberts diving in right field, almost had it. Really, really good effort.
Yeah, good job by Roberts to stop it from rolling behind him.
Yeah, that was way over towards center. It looked like the Manatee had the center fielder playing towards left field for the left-handed hitter for some reason, and Ball was hit in the gap between right and center. And Parrish, now that the sun is gone, is really barreling balls up, and you can see why they have the record that they have with the quality at-bats their guys are getting right now. So the courtesy runner for the catcher comes in. I didn't get a number for that yet, but Logan McGuire is the batter, number 7, center fielder. Ball's in the dirt, good block by Harlan. Keep the runner at second. I believe it's Johnny Wilson, number 12. I'm trying to get a number there, I can't quite see. Looks like 12. Running at second, and there's a line drive to left field, base hit. That's going to score zinger. Wilson. The courtesy runner will score easily. McGuire gets an RBI single.
RBI single, Logan
on the left field line. Yeah, and they're just hitting line drives now and
to the top of the Parish Community School order.
Really good at bats up and down through the order.
Shortstop, number 11.
Yeah, Parrish making it look easy, and like you said, when you play tougher competition, you see faster throwing pitchers, some pitchers with some better balls. No, did he? So right now, they're probably seeing it almost in slow motion, and they're able to put good contact on it, and this is the result.
Yeah, and they're you know, Truman Brugus was the starter for Manatee. Is probably their best pitcher as far as stuff, and you know, he was able to, between him having good stuff and the shadows, kind of keep them off balance a little bit. But now that they can see the ball clearly, they're getting a lot of good swings here. The first pitch is low in the dirt to Callan Heath.
As that base was stolen.
And we had a stolen base by McGuire. I mentioned he had good speed. He has plus speed. Heath doubled last time down the left field corner. Oh, breaking ball, good pitch. Heath swings over the top of it. It's 1-1. It's 8-4 Parrish now. Parrish doubling up Manatee, 8-4. Ooh, another good breaking ball. Or a changeup. I couldn't quite tell which way it was going, but it was off speed for a strike. Heath swung over the top of it out in front. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 away. Runner in scoring position at second is McGuire with good speed. Base hit or ground ball up the middle. Second baseman fields it, throws to first, gets the out. Runner moves over. Once again, an out, but productive. Good 2-strike approach there. He got a breaking ball away, and he put the ball in play up the middle. Moves the runner over.
Right fielder, number 10, Tyler Kripe.
Second baseman was playing up the middle to hold the runner on second, so the ball was kind of hit towards the middle of the field, but he was there to make the play. He might not normally be there.
And most importantly,
there's a ground ball at shortstop. Play at first. He's out. And Kripe grounds out to shortstop.
Scored 6-3 in your program for the Hurricanes.
Manatee gets out of the inning, but not before Parrish adds their lead, and they have a 8-4 lead. And we'll take a break. We'll be back with more Manatee and Parrish baseball at Lecom Park.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Bulls versus the Canes, the game of the week here. Right now we have Peyton Harlan, the catcher, coming in as we have the people letting me know I'm doing a good job.
This is an actual, you can buy these seats for spring training.
Oh, okay, wow.
Right, is that what it is? So people sit here during spring training.
As we have some baseball royalty joining us again on the broadcast, maybe a familiar voice you might have heard before. I'm going to let him introduce himself once more.
Appreciate it. Well, I'm just up here watching a little baseball. A ground ball third base over to first.
And that one's going to be easy
One
out.
out.
The Bulls collecting themselves a quick out. Something we haven't really seen in this game so far. We've seen a lot of walks. We've seen a lot of hit pitchers.
Second baseman.
But we haven't seen a lot of first pitch ground outs.
Now, they've hit a couple nice balls in the gap. I think the one ball in center field, he kind of misplayed a little bit and turned into a triple. But from what I understand, Parrish got a good team. Really balanced, good pitching, swinging the bat. I mean, they're pretty aggressive, and the defense looks good. So they're up 8-4.
You're 100% correct. Parrish is known for their really good pitching, which at the beginning of the game wasn't on display as much as it is now, as they had 5 guys hit as that one's popped up in the air. One drops off in the glove. Another easy out here.
2 down.
2 down. And that, look at the adorable bat boy
Number 16,
doing his job.
Nick Zunica.
Nick Zunica is in the second half getting himself a RBI. There's the pitcher lining him up here. Throws. Fastball going to be called a little high. It's going to be a 1-0 count here. Well, Mr. Wow. So, coming back in, we're in a 1-1 count, 2-1 count now with Zunica, 2 outs. Manatee right now just looking to try to get a little flame here as that one thrown on the ground. Great block by the catcher. And right now, you know, Parrish is very happy. They're up 4. They came rallying back in that second and third inning. Oh, yeah, he's calling that one a strike. It looked like there might have been a little bit of confusion from Zunica, but it looked like it was a nice crispy fastball down the middle. Hot and ready. He's going to look, he's going to throw again. Bang, he hits it, it goes up. Right into the shortstop's hands, but he fumbles it, and it looks like he kind of gave up on it. And he got relaxed there, didn't make the play, and gave up on it and didn't give it effort. So that's going to give Manatee some more life. First, Zunica's going to get himself on first base here.
Center fielder, Max Mullet.
As we have Max Mullet, the center fielder, coming up. 2 outs, 1 man on base there, and the shortstop again leaving the door open for him. That one's going to be a little bit low and look like it was on the right outside. So this will be a ball. They're going to look over the first baseman, keep him honest. He's going to be safe. I'm going to enjoy myself a French fry here. Give a big shout out to the Marauders concession stand. They're cooking up that food real nice back there, I can tell. Tastes like they got somebody grandma whipping it up. Anyway, back to the game. That one's fouled back towards the press box, hits off the top of the stadium. And again, I just like to send a special thank you to the Marauders for allowing the teams to be here. It's a pleasure to be at this legendary Lecom Park, being able to do this game and feel like I'm actually at the major leagues. As that one's popped up in the air towards the crowd, almost hits a guy. And we got 1-2 count, 2 outs, 1 man on first base after that error by the shortstop. That one's a little high. That's going to bring us to a 2-2 count. As we have 2-2 here. We have 1 man on base. It was a shortstop error. Another one high. That's going to bring us to a full count here.
Manatee rallying a little here, maybe.
That they are.
With the 2 outs, we got a runner on, and now they got a 3-2 count. So the runner will be going. With 3-2 and 2 outs, runner will be moving on the pitch. They won't hold him on. Tallow backs off behind him, and there's a balk. Now, as a pitcher, you gotta communicate with the first baseman. And the pitcher has to communicate. He has to know there's nobody holding him on. 3-2, you know he's running, so they figured they were just play behind him. The first baseman moved behind him, but the pitcher, nobody told him apparently, and he made a move to throw to first. There was nobody there, so he just held the ball, and now he's balked into scoring position. 3-2 with 2 outs. Ground ball to short again. Heath gets another chance, stays down on this one, gets the out at first.
And the shortstop there making up for last time.
Yeah, that happens. He just rushed it a little bit. I didn't think he needed to. So we're at 8-4, Parish Community over Manatee. Andrew Hyman goes back to the mound for the Canes, and we'll be right back after this break. So we're back here at Lecom Park. Will Rawls will lead it off for the Bulls. It seems like he just hit, but they just batted around there. It's 8-4 Parish. First pitch is in the dirt low.
That one a gutter ball.
Yeah, I don't see anybody warming up in the bullpen for Manatee. Hyman's pitch count probably getting up there a little bit now, but he might have to go out there and just eat up some innings here. We're in the bottom of the 4th. There's a foul ball back, 1-1. Rawls, as we mentioned earlier, SEF commit.
And it's
13
still a
stolen bases.
Very contested game here. They're only down by 4 with about 3 innings to go.
Well, the thing that jumps out at you when you look at the scoreboard is Manatee only has 2 hits. Most of their offense they got was just hit batters. They really haven't swung the bat that well if you eliminate the walks and hit batters. And errors. So, with only 2 hits, you're not going to win a lot of games with 2 hits.
It's very true.
They got to wake up the bats there when they come back in for the 5th inning. There's a foul ball off his foot.
Parrish, on the other hand, 8 hits, and they've been punishing the baseball out there.
Yes. As soon as the sun disappeared behind the stadium and they could see it a little better, and they started really barreling it up and hitting some hard shots. There's a ground ball, weakly hit to second. Second baseman stays down. Good hustle down the line by Rawls to make it close. But he's out by a step. The umpire is going to run out and check that ball. Hit right off the end of the bat. He's going to throw that ball out. It's probably got a cut in it.
Now batting left fielder,
Number 5, Jabrian Keelis.
Jabrian Keelis, or Quillis, as I call him. I don't know which is right. Now the batter. He's 0 for 2. He's due. So change up away. Down and away for ball 1. So the Manatee outfielders are playing a little deeper now than they were earlier. I think they've been burned a couple of times by balls getting over their head.
Yes,
ball
they are.
Ball 2, 2-0. That was close.
And again, like you said, this Parish team has played a lot of better competition. And so it's just like your little brother playing with you. When he gets up there and plays with the kids his age, he's going to be a lot better.
Yeah, both these teams getting ready for the playoffs, getting ready for the district tournament. We got 5 games left. Like I said, we're near the end of the baseball season here. This is our last broadcast for baseball on MSTV. The remainder of the games are softball games. So this will be our last chance to see these baseball players, and we'll check in on them during the playoffs and see how they're doing. Alex Tallow, who hit a hard ground ball down the first baseline for a triple last inning. He's got a walk and a triple, a stolen base. He scored 2 runs, so he's been busy and involved in the game tonight.
Good block by the catcher there.
Yeah, breaking ball in the dirt. And the catcher calls time. He looked over at the dugout, calls time. He's going out to talk to the pitcher. Peyton Harlan, the catcher for Manatee, has done a good job tonight blocking balls back there, receiving the ball.
And right now, I mean, I feel that as the Canes pitching has been okay. It hasn't been really bad. It's the fielding, especially with the sun being out there. The sun has really been the greatest help to Parish.
It's been the biggest factor in the game right now, I think. Well, that hit batters.
Yeah, that too.
There's an overthrow back to the pitcher. And we don't want to see that start. We saw that happen in the Southeast Bayshore game where the catcher couldn't throw it back to the pitcher. Hopefully this is not the beginning of that.
And speaking about the hit batters, if you take that away from the game, this game looks totally different right now.
Yeah,
if you take away the walks and hit batters.
Yeah, it's 8-0, and you know, I think Parrish is you know, probably the better team. There's a ball hit hard down the line. That's fair. That's extra bases too. That's going to score Quillis from first. There's going to be another triple for Tallow. He's coming hard. He's going to come in standing up. We'll see if he slides. He slides.
And again, it seems that keep happening every single time. But with this field being so much bigger than normal, and guys covering so much more ground with that ball, every hit almost seems, if it gets past the outfield, it's going to be a triple.
Yes, it's big outfield, a lot of room to cover out there.
Hitter Tyler Brown.
A lot of people think, when they think of a big field, they think it's like easier, it's harder to hit home runs, and so it's a good pitcher's field. But sometimes it hurts you to have a big outfield out there with all those line drives and the gaps going through.
Especially these balls aren't.
There's a base hit to left field. Tyler Brown, his second hit. He had a triple last time. Now he goes single to left field for an RBI.
RBI single, Tyler Brown.
And it plays towards the strength of the kids, because a lot of these kids aren't going to have the air under that ball to hit it, so they're hitting zingers.
Now batting second baseman
with a lot of force and inertia going straight to the outfield, so they roll a lot.
Yeah, Parrish's lineup, up and down through the lineup, they swung the bat very well from the second inning on. Here's Serrata, the second baseman, takes for a strike, first pitch.
We're
got 1 out. We had action in the Manatee bullpen.
We're encroaching on the.
Looks like Kane Van Etten going down to warm up, number 19.
Mercy rule error if they get 4 more runs here.
Yeah, we're getting close in that to start talking about that.
Looks like the Canes are warming some guys up in the bullpen.
Yeah, Kane Van Etten went down to get loose. There's a ball in the dirt. Good block by Harlan again. It's so important for the pitcher to have confidence in their catcher that they can block those, and so they can throw good breaking balls with a runner on base. Sometimes a breaking ball is going to be in the dirt. You got to have the confidence to really finish it and throw that with conviction. And if you don't have confidence in your catcher, that's when you tend to hang breaking balls and they get hit hard. So.
I think we saw team confidence play a big factor in the last game we did at Braden and River. And we saw how confident the first baseman was with his shortstop. And that really plays a big part in the game because it allowed guys to go all out.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, allows you to play free, frees you up to relax and not worry about making mistakes. It's 3-2 now with one out to Serrata. Full count. Runner might be going here. No, he's not going. Ground ball to short. Oh, slowly hit. He's not going to be able to get two. He throws the first, and it's low and gets away from the first baseman. Ball was to the left and low on the throw from shortstop. It's going to go as an error.
That slipped by them there. One of the few first base errors we've seen in this game.
Well, they have not put an error up on the board, so I don't know if they can't be counting that as a hit, could they? There it is. Now it's an error.
batting for the Bulls.
They put it up on the wrong team for a second. They switched it, so both teams with one error now. 10 hits for Parrish, 10 runs, and we're base hit away from a 12-4 game here with runners on second and third, 2 runners in scoring position with Masson up, who doubled last time, right center. Had a sacrifice fly to deep right his first time up in the second inning. So he's seen the ball good tonight. He's hit 2 barrels to right center, right field. The big catcher.
And it looks like the Canes are going to talk it over and bring in a new guy.
Yeah, Kane Van Etten, I think, number 19 coming in.
Yep.
That's who it is.
And right now in this game, I mean, 10 hits. The Bulls have been hitting very well. And his pitch count has gotten very high. So,
we saw Van Etten. I believe we saw Van Etten against Braden River. Was one of the relievers that came in after Richardson pitched so well as a starter. So both these teams excited about their chances, I think, for postseason play. I started this earlier. Baseball a little different than other sports. A lot of the teams don't even play their district teams in a regular season. And then they just have that tournament. So it's based on your rankings and the seeding in your tournament. And then the rankings are based on your strength of schedule and your record through max preps. And then they go play a district tournament and see how they do. So,
what are the schools mostly? Are they mostly 7A schools now, or?
No, we got Manatee is, I think they are 5A in baseball. I'm not. It's different for each sport.
Manatee is 6A.
6A, District 11.
And Parish is 5A, District 9.
5A, District 9, which is kind of interesting because I would be willing to bet Parish is bigger than Manatee right now. But when they set those districts up, Parish was not as big. The growth out there has been tremendous. So.
This is very true. When I was in high school, only a couple years ago, that was about 4 years ago now. I remember when Parish first opened, and they have a tiered system where they only allow freshmen and sophomores, and then juniors, and then seniors. So they've definitely grown a lot.
This is their third year of seniors. Class of 22 is the first year of seniors they had. They had a real good group. Noah Eatman, who's pitching at Volunteer State, was on that team. Carson Allison, Carson Wilmer. All those guys actually started their freshman year, and I was their JV coach at Palmetto. So that was the group of kids that split off. And if they had kept that group together, I think both of those, their senior class that year and Palmetto's both won their districts. So if they had kept all those kids together, it might have been a really special team that Palmetto would have had, because a lot of those guys started at Palmetto.
Yeah, but that is the.
There's 1 ball and 1 strike to Jonathan Masson. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. We didn't get a phonetic pronunciation.
We try our best. That's all we can do.
Here's a pitch. It looks like outside, I guess. I don't know where it was. Manatee bench wasn't happy about that call, but So it's 2-1. Masson, looking for a fastball here, driving some runs. He gets the ball up and away and takes it for ball 3. 3-1.
Great count for the hitter here.
McGuire on deck, has an RBI single already. The center fielder, number 7, awaits. Masson, big cut on a fastball down, swings through it. It's 3-2.
And like you said earlier, right now the hitter just wants to put the ball in play. You only have one out, 2 guys in scoring position.
Yeah, hard ground ball somewhere, a fly ball scores a run. You got to make contact here. He takes ball 4 though.
And that's going to bring us That's going to bring us a bases loaded.
Yep, bases loaded. McGuire, number 9 hitter, coming up. He already has an RBI single tonight and a sacrifice fly. Or he has a double, I'm sorry, and a sacrifice fly.
And your attention, please. Pitch running in for Jonathan Mason. For the Bulls, number 12, Johnny Wilson.
Johnny
Now
Wilson
batting,
running
Logan
for the
McGuire.
catcher. Now you got bases loaded and 1 out. McGuire up and the top of the order on deck. And Callan Heath.
So some potential big hits coming soon.
There's a pitch down and away. It's 2-0 to McGuire. Van Etten pitching for Manatee now. There's a good pitch there for a strike. 2-1. So it's 2-1 count, 1 out to McGuire. Good speed. He'll be tough to double up on a ground ball. Callan Heath awaits on deck. Van Etten delivers. Ball in the dirt.
In here, if a ball goes past the
Peyton
catcher,
Harlan, good block there.
do you send your third baseman?
Yeah, they'll go down here. There's enough space back to the backstop. There's no way they would make a play. Every guy on the team would score on that pass ball if it gets by him. There's a line drive base hit by McGuire, another hit. That's going to score 2 runs, and it's going to be first and second. Oh, yep. Be first and second, 2-run score. So it's 12-4.
RBI single for Logan McGuire.
McGuire having a good night, making a good play in center field to
Flipping
stop a run
to
from
the
scoring
top of the Parrish order.
by getting the ball in quick and then getting
batting
2 hits on a
shortstop,
sacrifice fly. At the
Callan
bottom of the
Heath.
order, if you can get that from your number 9 hitter, you're going to have a good night, and that's why Parrish is up 12-4. Their offense up and down through the order. Guys are hitting the ball hard. Brings up Heath with 1 out. Kripe is on deck, their leading hitter, so they could blow it open here. And that's called a ball. Looked pretty close. 1 ball to Heath. He's ahead in the count now. He can probably look fastball here. Something he can drive. And the inside move back to second. No play. It's like Parrish has got somebody coming in from the bullpen there. Might have somebody else coming in to pitch. Don't know what Traeger's pitch count is. Foul ball.
Freeze! Everybody
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 12-4. Parrish Community Bulls lead the Manatee Hurricanes.
Yep. And Parrish, again, 11 hits, 12 runs. They've had a phenomenal game so far behind the plate.
Yeah, they're swinging it back well, and there's a fly ball to right, and that's going to be trouble if it's fair. He's not going to get there. It's going to be foul ball. Ball kept slicing away to right, and hit the screen.
And that's one of the few balls that have gone kind of close to the stands and not been fair.
We got the organ music going here. I don't know how loud that is to you folks at home. It's about the level of a Who concert for us, though, sitting underneath the speaker. It's like we're at a heavy metal concert. The speaker's right in our ear. There's a hard ground ball to second. Nice play by the second baseman. Get Heath by a step at first, but both runners move up.
Manatee second baseman Ashton Hovda.
Nice play by Ashton Hovda at second. A sophomore, leading hitter and a sophomore. He's going to be a really good player. I think you look at him and you see he can gain a lot of weight, strength in the next 2 years. I think he'll be a really good player.
And a very big body too, very tall kid. And like you said, if he can get in the weight room, put a little weight on him, you know, and that's the thing about taller guys, you know, you may not see it, but when they put a little size on them, it's like 2 times the strength of a shorter person.
So we got a pinch hitter here for Kripe, and it is number 8, Matthew Thompson, senior outfielder. Coming in for Kripe off the bench with second and third, a 12-4 game. Ball hit him, so he gets his one at bat, and the ball nicks his shirt, and he's probably not even happy about that. He wanted to hit, but he'll go down to first.
And that is the 9th person hit at this game today.
Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it.
This has to be a record.
Now batting number 3, Will Rawls.
And it brings up Will Rawls, the number 3 hitter, senior, committed to SEF.
Shout out Coach Barry Batson.
Got a triple today already and an RBI, and he's got a chance here to make this a 10-run lead, which would mean that Parrish could go back out in the field, get 3 outs, and everybody will go home early. As a ground ball to short, that probably won't do it. They get the force at second, goes 6-4 for the force out, and Manatee gets out of it, and Van Etten stops the bleeding there and gets out of the inning with a couple of ground balls. Good job pitching. And it's 12-4. Parrish Community High School Bulls 12, Manatee 4. As we go to the 5th inning, we'll be back in one moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game of the week, brought to you by MSTV, the Bulls versus the Canes. And the Canes are having the Bulls are having a pitching change here, bringing in the senior, number 6, Matthew Jaskowicz. Excuse me if I mispronounced that.
Jaskowicz.
Jaskowicz.
At least that's how the PA system announced it, the PA announcer called him. He has a 1.75 ERA. Matt Jaskowicz. He's only thrown 4 innings this year. He's a senior, so Coach Andrew Jeske is getting some work for some of the seniors here. Got pinch hit for Matt Thompson. Now we're going to call him Matt because that's a lot easier than saying his last name. Into pitch here. Get some work in the 5th inning, up 12-4, 8-run lead on Manatee. Brian Rodriguez, the 3rd baseman for Manatee, is the hitter. Yeah, if it wasn't for the gifts from Parrish and hitting 6 batters or 5 batters in the 1st inning and a 3rd, this wouldn't, this game may be over right now. That's when Manatee scored all their runs early in the game on just a flurry of hit batters. And there's a ball hit well to left, but Quillis is there. Played him well. They had him positioned perfectly over there. Ball hung a little bit, and he went about 5 or 6 steps to his right and made the play.
You're 100% right there. We spoke about this and saying if Manatee didn't get all those gifts from earlier, this game would look a lot different. And it shows because they only have 2 hits so far since scoring all those runs in the 1st and the 2nd.
Yep.
Well, the second. They scored all the
and
runs.
Roberts is up now, number 8, the right fielder. We saw him earlier have trouble with the sun. Made a great effort on another ball, kept it from going to the wall and cut it off. Ooh, breaking ball looked like away, and Roberts was flailing at that. 0-2. Jaskowitz gets 0-2 on Roberts. Oh, good pitch. Might have been away. Called a ball, 1-2. Good spot there for a 2-strike pitch. Like try to sneak a fastball by him down and away, and just missed off the corner. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Weak ground ball. Oh, gets by the pitcher. Second baseman is going to try to barehand. Can't make the play, and Roberts is safe.
Official scorer scores that a base hit for Jordan Roberts.
Scored a base hit, infield hit. I thought the pitcher, I think if I'm pitching, I'd rather have you give me an error and then have it be an earned run if he scores.
Yeah, definitely.
On me, give me the error. I'm sure he thinks he should have made that play. He was kind of not hit as hard as he thought. I think it was hit even slower than he thought, so he kind of came up on it and went under his glove. And you can really help yourself out fielding your position well and make that play. It's a lot nicer to have 2 outs with nobody on than facing the next guy with a runner on, having to pitch from the stretch now. But we'll see if he can pitch out of it. It's 12-4 here in the 5th. 1 out. First pitch was a ball to Richardson. Breaking ball for a strike. Good pitch. Like a slider.
Yeah, both players in the infield, the second baseman and the pitcher, not able to get their hands on that last one.
Yeah, it was hit so slowly that when the second baseman attacked it, it was a do or die play. Tried to barehand it, and that's all you can do. If there was an error, it would have been on the pitcher, not the second baseman. There's nothing he could do. Eloy Serrato was charging it hard, but it was hit so slowly that was the only chance he had. Good pitch, breaking ball down and away, swings over the top of it, 2-way. So Richardson goes down swinging. And it's going to bring up Fisher Breslin, number 9. The 9-hole hitter.
Now batting number 9, Fisher Breslin.
Playing left field tonight for the Hurricanes. Roberts is on first still. He's got a pretty good lead over there now. He's pretty far out there. He may be going. There's a good breaking ball strike. Well, I told you the other night, when you can throw that breaking ball for a strike early in the count, most guys are taught to not swing at a breaking ball early in the count. So they're going to take it, and if you can do that consistently, like we saw the pitchers for Braden River and Palmetto do. There's a ground ball to the right of the second baseman. Serrato over, makes the play, throws him out at first. And Parrish gets out as a Jaskowitz. Good inning there. The one weakly hit ball that went as a hit, but other than that, 1, 2, 3.
Making it easy for themselves.
Yep.
And they're looking to close this game out a little early tonight.
Yeah,
they can put 2 runs on the board.
2 runs on the board, and we all get to go home. So we'll be back in a minute for the bottom of the 5th here, the 12-4 game. Parrish Community High leads Manatee High.
Bulls left fielder, number 5, Jabrian Felix.
So we come back for the 5th inning as a crowd listening to Florida-Georgia line. Jabrian Quillis is 0 for 2. Ground out to second, a strikeout and a walk. Scored a run. Van Etten still pitching for Manatee now. Came in last inning. Got him out of that inning. It's 12-4. Parish Community leads in the bottom of the 5th. So what that means is 2 runs and it's a 10-run rule and we go home. Foul ball back off the bat of Quillis. So it'll be 1-1. Beautiful night out here. Beautiful, cool evening. Especially when that sun went down and the Parish bats got the heat up. Ball's down and in. 2-1. Foul ball. That's going to go back on the 9th. Sound effects from the press box there.
They gave us a Stone Cold Austin glass break.
Coming through the speaker, hanging over our heads. There's a drive to right. It's hit hard right at the right fielder, and Roberts makes the play. That ball was hit hard and knuckling a little bit. You could see it kind of sinking out there.
Manatee right
The thing about baseball, once you hit it hard, you can't control where it goes. Sometimes you have a great at-bat, a great swing, it turns out to be an out, but in the long run, it all even up with the bloopers that drop, they say.
In the words of Coach Batson,
First baseman,
baseball
Alex
is a
Tello.
game of failure, and that's what makes it so tough to play.
That's right. And a lot of times you do everything right and you still fail. So Alex Tallow comes up, and he has 2 triples tonight. Get one more of those. That's got to be a record. 3 triples. A walk and 2 triples. He's 2 for 2. Been all over the game here. Scored 3 runs every time up. Has a stolen base. So he's filling up the box score himself.
Yeah, he's been a big help to this Parish team.
He's ahead 2-0 in the count now to Van Etten with 1 out and nobody on. There's a good pitch for a strike. 2-1. I think 2-0, he was probably taking on that pitch anyway. Hard ground ball in the hole, base hit. He's got his 3rd hit. Another base knock for Alex Tello. He's 3 for 3. We've seen him run for triples and stolen bases already, so he's a threat to run, obviously.
Please have your attention. Pinch hitting for the Bulls for Tyler Brown is number 18, Lucas Chizar.
So Lucas Chizar is going to pinch hit for Tyler Brown.
And for pitch hitting, is that similar to the courtesy runner as they're just bringing a guy in? Or?
No, he actually replaces that player in the lineup. Now, in high school, you can re-enter a starter, so the starter could re-enter and go back out and play the field. But I would guess if the game continues that that he would stay in the lineup. And I think he was the DH anyway, I believe, Tyler Brown. So he'd be the new DH now. If he were to bat around and come back up again in the 6th or 7th inning, he could get another at-bat. Ball away to Chizar. 1-0 count, 1 out, runner on first. There's a line drive to left field. That's going to be a base hit. Might be 2. Tallow comes to 3rd. Chizar goes into 2nd with a pinch hit double.
Stand up double down the line, Lucas Chizar.
So Chizar coming off the bench, pinch hitting for Tyler Brown and continuing what Tyler Brown was doing. And the senior, Chizar, comes in and gets a double.
Please have your attention. Pinch hitting for the Bulls for Eloy Serrata. Number 2, Caleb Koch.
Caleb Koch now pinch hitting for Eloy Serrata. So Coach Andrew Jeske is emptying the bench and getting all of his guys that he can an opportunity to play.
And that one's coming straight for us. Oh, just a little bit farther out.
To play in this Major League Stadium and be a part of this and create memories for him.
And this Parish team trying to get Conboy back into his old days of playing.
Hitting foul balls at me. Oh, there's a drive to center. That's going to be deep. That might get over his head. Nope, he's back, makes the catch. It's going to be a sac fly. There'll be no play at the plate. Tallow scores.
RBI.
Another good at-bat for Parrish, though, coming off the bench. I'm impressed with their subs coming in off the bench, all ready to hit and getting good ABs. And then same thing with their pitchers that came in. Both the relief pitchers came in and we're ready to play. I talked about that in the Braden River game. Sometimes you're dealing with 16-year-old kids, and if they're not in the starting lineup, they get down and they're not mentally focused. And it seems like Coach Andrew Jeske has had these guys prepared as they came in off the bench.
Yeah, you're 100% correct like that. You know, sports aren't fair. They are one of the few things that the best man's up. And when you're not the best man, you know, it can be hard to stay up and keep your head held high. And, you know, it's such a special experience. Why not get as many guys as you possibly can in to touch a big leaguer field like this?
Yep, they've done a good job of that at Parrish. Mason is up now, or Mason the catcher. Jonathan Mason or Mason. Once again, not correct on the pronunciation. There's 2 A's in the name, M-A-A-S-S-E-N, so I don't know how that's pronounced. I would say Mason. I don't know if that's right or not. The PA announcer is saying Mason. There's a line drive. It's going to be a base hit in the gap. That's going to be extra bases. That's going to roll to the fence. And it's going to be a double for the catcher. He could probably go for 3, but he's just stopping at second there.
Stand-up double to the wall for Jonathan Mason.
And 2-run score, and that is it. That's a walk-off double by Mason. That's why he was slowing up. He knew the game was over. So we have a complete game, 10-run victory for the Parish Community Bulls, 14-4 over the Manatee Hurricanes. It's been a pleasure. Next season, we'll hopefully see you again as we sign off for the year. I'm Chris Conboy.
I'm Frederick Short, the People's Champ.
It's been a pleasure. Good luck. Have a good night.
District.